Do you know what's really fun?
What's really fun? What's really fun? Give me a second, guys. Let me get everything set up for y'all real quick. Everybody hit that like button, that retweet, favorite it, get it out. Little quick impromptu stream, so I didn't give everybody any kind of notice, but whatever. Got home a bit early today. We're going to talk about some things, some updates. Some updates. The update is we will be having very big updates soon. It's going to be the update. Volume good? Everybody hears me fine? You know how these microphones like to be. They don't like to pick you up, and then you figure it out like a half hour in that everything is like super low. How are we sounding? The individual has... So, okay, explain to me the individual. What is this, the individual? Because I would bet money that whoever is even using the phrase the individual doesn't even know how to spell individual. Why are we using a 5-syllable word? That man. Right there, the individual. Yeah, I've heard. Blacktooth has told me. What'd he say? He said something on Twitter today. Or he DM'd me or something. What did he say? He said that the 580 Super is slower than the 480 Super. That doesn't surprise me. Because, as the PC guy has said, you know, the guy that's no longer there to give PC opinions and views and topics and everything, I called this. These graphics cards are not necessarily more powerful, they are just smarter. It has no longer become a race against Moore's Law, a race to make more powerful hardware. It is a race to get more efficient hardware, a race to get more frames by nefarious means and all that other kind of stuff. Look, don't get me wrong, I like this technology, but again, this technology is for old, aging hardware and portable hardware. When I'm playing on my 4K screen right here, I want native. Native. Give me native. And yet, we now have, let's see, when did the 480 even, hold on, when did the 480 Super even come out? Let me check. 480 Super release date. Oh shit, it just came out. So, I guess in a year, okay, I guess that makes sense. I haven't really been keeping up with GPUs, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to them. What's good, Zenzu? What's good, everybody? What's everybody doing? True SSJ Havoc. Fly, Eagles, fly. Where is Tick? Where is Tick? We can talk about football for about a good 10 minutes while people pop in here. Eagles. We flying. Saquon making the Giants GM the MVP of the season. Hopefully. We got to beat Kermit the Frog and the Zebras. Gonna be a tough game. I mean, the Chiefs, they just find a way. They don't lose. And MDZ 79, that recent EPO chapter. Oh. Infinite face palms on that chapter. I can't believe that. That could have been one of the best redemption arcs in anime history, manga history. And they took it from you right at the class. Right as you're about to bust, they just said, nope, stop. Consent withdrawn. Nope, not happening. Absolutely unbelievable. I am not surprised that the audience is turning against George Morikawa right now. It just absolute brutality in regards to an ending. But let's get down to business real quick. First off, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Again. First loser to be back in the Super Bowl. Again. And we need to talk to Kid Smooth. We really need Kid Smooth to be placing some bets right now. That's what we really need. Damn, my throat is sore. This weather just sucks. I got the tea, but it really ain't doing too much. Speaking of Kid Smooth bets, what do we got going on? You know, we got Outer Worlds 2. We got BG beating 25 games. We got the next Battlefield BG. Major release dates, FSN. Not too many bets going on, real. Not really much. Towerborn, Avowed. Okay, not too much. But what's everybody think the Eagles' chances are, everybody? Like, what y'all thinking? Be honest. You don't gotta lie to me. What are we really thinking? Bond, you are a legend. Remember that? Yo, I want Omega to make me a new intro, my solo intro. Damn, my man just said I'm Takamura and Smooth as Oki. That's bad. Oh man, this is gonna be a struggle. So the bondage game. We're probably gonna go an hour. I don't know if my voice can go that much longer, but be careful about spoilers in the chat on EPO. I don't know if we have manga readers, anime watchers, whatever, but if you're in the know, then you're definitely in the know. So, Eagles in the Super Bowl, Saquon, MVP. Hopefully we win. I mean, you got all these fair weather New York fans are now trying to claim that they like Philly, they like Jalen. Get off our bandwagon, go back to your Giants, go back to your Jets. I don't want to see you, J-Main, but J-Main's a true one. He don't be bandwagon hopping, so it's all good right here. Darkwing Dragon. It's funny I had back and forth with Bond with disagreements, but I found myself watching your channel more than ever. You were valuable to WWP, and I hate how BG did you. Hope you grow more. I hope I grow more too, everybody. Like, subscribe. How do we only have 2 likes, people? We got to get those likes up. 76 watching. There we go. 24 likes. We got to get them up. Hell, we had about close to 500 likes last time, people. What y'all doing? So, we're going to start out with Sony dropping PSN requirements on PC, I believe. And it's about damn time. I keep telling y'all, and I've expressed this and stressed this to Xbox fans more so than anybody else. And I'm going to do it the same thing for y'all with Sony. And I can't even talk clearly. I can't even talk clearly because my voice is slow. My throat is sore. A little bit under the weather. So let me slow my cadence and my pace down a little bit. My overall point is this. You vote with your wallet and the fans decide. PC gamers were not happy with PSN requirements on PC. How do I know this? Because they pirate games, they don't buy games, and they tanked Helldivers 2 user reviews multiple times because of this bullshit. Not only that, but a PSN requirement means that certain countries will not be able to buy the game, and we know how PC gamers are. We are far and varied between lots of countries. So, what Sony has finally decided to do, because they bent the knee, something I can't do, literally and figuratively, Sony Interactive Entertainment is eliminating the need for PlayStation Network accounts for certain single-player games on PC, and this includes this week's release of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and the upcoming release of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Congratulations, Sony, you listened to the fans, something that Microsoft really doesn't do. So instead of requiring a PSN account for those games and the auto release versions of the PC games like, Horizon Remastered, God of War Ragnarok, Sony hopes to incentivize PC players to sign into the PlayStation Network account for added benefits like trophies and friend management. Which, I don't care. I don't care about trophies. I really don't care about friend management. I just want to open my game on my Steam and not have to go into Ubisoft or Origin or GOG or any other multi-layer thing. Wherever I open the game in, I want to play the game in, period. That's all I want to do. Sony wants to do their own launcher, cool, but I don't want to open multiple launchers. Now, as far as incentivizing, how do I explain this? I don't think that trophies and skins or whatever else they're trying to do to incentivize is going to be enough. If they want to be doing real incentives and have a real incentive to incentivize people, I would say if you buy the game on PSN for PC, you get a discount. And true SSJ Havoc, Hertz looks great. Shut up the cowgirls and fans of the media. Saquon running all over the commies. Thanks, Giants. Chiefs, get the F out. Oh, man. I'm starting to think that this stream was a mistake. But we here now, so we just got to tough it through. So, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will get early unlocked suits. The $20.99, the black suit, and the Miles Morales $29.99 suit. Ragnarok will gain access to the armor of the Black Bear. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered will get 50 plus points to activate bonus features and unlock extras. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered will gain access to the Nora Valiant outfit. Now, look, I'm not going to hate on this. This is kind of what I said they should have done in the beginning, was if you want people to use PSN, you have to give them an incentive to use PSN. You can't force people to use something they don't want to use, but please incentivize people to use something you want them to use. That way, you win on a two-pronged battle. People can't complain about you forcing something on them. You are advertising and marketing it to them as an option. Likewise, if you choose the option that people don't want to be forced into using, then guess what? You get an incentive. So overall, win-win. Am I going to sign in? No. If they start making some, some Helldivers exclusive equipment and skins, maybe. But I think this is going on the right track. Likewise with Sony, that's not all we got to talk about today with Sony, because I believe Sony leadership is restructuring at Sony Interactive Entertainment. I'm very happy and very excited about this because Sony Group, hold on, this is an old article. We got to find the new one. We got to find a new one. Here we go. All right, Japanese electronics and entertainment giant Sony Group said Wednesday that they have promoted Hiroki Totoki to CEO as part of a wider management reorganization. And I'm happy about this. One, I know I said no Americans should be running Sony's gaming division. Clearly they're not American. Clearly I was mistaken. Thank you for calling me out on that. I really wanted to state that I don't want any Westerners, any Los Blancos, anybody from the Caucasus Mountains to be running Sony's game division. You better be from Mount Fuji or Tokyo. Like, look, just call it what it is. If you're running PlayStation, you need to be Japanese. I'm sorry. It's a Japanese company. It needs to be run by the Japanese, just like Nintendo. What happens when you don't have Japanese running the company is they try to make it an offshoot of the Xbox. They want to spend millions and hundreds of millions and hell, even billions trying to do stupid ass multiplayer games while also closing Japan studios, while also not concentrating on Japan or Japanese games. And they just want to make these dumb multiplayer games like Concord. Like, what was the list of games canceled? Let's look at this. Like, it was absolutely absurd. Spider-Man, The Great Web, The Last of Us Online, An Unknown Game by Deviation, Concord by Firewalk, Payback Destiny spinoff, Twisted Metal by Firesprite, An Unknown Game by Neon Koi, An Unknown Fantasy Game by London Studios, Horizon MMO by NCSoft, An Unknown Game by Ben Studio, God of War multiplayer by Blue Plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Western multiplayer games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Western studios. Meanwhile, Sony has made no effort to rebuild or acquire Japanese studios or make any kind of partnerships, and I get it. I get it. Microsoft isn't any kind of competition. Microsoft does not exist in Japan. Nintendo's hardware is not up to snuff to get the same games that you are. But come later in 2025 with the Switch 2, it's gonna change. It's definitely gonna change. And let me go grab this espresso shot. Oh, did I fuck that up? Yeah, I definitely did. Alexa, kitchen on. Thank God for a tray. Otherwise, this espresso shot would have just been pouring everywhere. But back to what I was saying, that Sony has made no inroads to try to replenish, replace, rebuild, or do anything in Japan. As far as I'm concerned, right now, Sony is a Western game studio and a Western game company, which I'm happy now that the Japanese are finally taking it back. The ASMR, the only thing I say is I don't like about you is that you're an Eagles fan. I'm from Minnesota. I'm still mad. Yeah, we fucked you up that day. I was there. So, let's see. They're getting in new leadership, you know. Totoki's 60, you know, so that's a good age. He's not too old, but he's not too young. It also announces changes to its management structure to clarify management roles according to their responsibilities for the management of the entire group. This includes the appointment of Hideki Nashino as president and CEO of the video games division and designation of the heads of each division as a chief officer. Good, more Japanese guys. So what happened to Herman? What happened to Herman? They got hair. That's good. All right, let's look at this. Right, Lin Tao will become Sony's first female CFO. Toshimoto Mitomi will continue as CSO. Tsuyoshi Kodera remains as CDO. Yashiro Ito takes on the new role of CPO. Hiroki Katana has been appointed as CTF. So that's Chief Financial Officer, Chief Strategy Officer, Chief Digital Officer, Chief People Officer, Chief Technology Officer. What happened to Herman? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Herman Hulse will no longer be PlayStation co-CEO. Still in charge of first... Oh, god damn it. He's still in charge of first party? That's a shame. That's a shame. So, you know, Oh, ex Gorilla. He was part of Gorilla Games. That's right. So look, we already know why this happened. We already know. Sony was hemorrhaging money, billions of dollars, legitimately billions of dollars. They've canceled 11 games. They've canceled more games than they're releasing. These dudes aren't doing anything. If Sony actually had competition in Microsoft, Microsoft would be whooping that ass right now, or at least eating into their market share. But this is pretty crazy. Herman is lucky he was only demoted and straight up not fired, because a lot of this is absolutely inexcusable to me. I'm surprised he was not fired. Articles go on to say that, perhaps it's advantageous then for Holtz not to be distracted by other management tasks, as he could solely focus on shepherding Sony's suit on internally owned studios. It's not been the best time for PlayStation first-party titles, with the failure of Concord and the subsequent cancellation of numerous projects. My God. This man, they might as well call this guy the Axe Man, because he's just going crazy right now, because I don't know who makes the final decisions on these, or the shareholders, or however it goes, or anything like that, but it's not looking good over there at Sony. Not at all. They are lucky, absolutely lucky, that Microsoft is no kind of threat right now. Otherwise, this would be a complete and total disaster. Absolutely. 105. That's what I like to see, people. 105 people. Welcome. Welcome right here. So, outside of Sony not doing good, Microsoft is really, they're doing good, but they're not doing good. So, I'll put you this way. Microsoft is doing good, but the goddamn Xbox is not doing good at all. If you didn't know, I'm drinking tea. We got tea. We got an espresso shot. If you're really that into it, want to know that machine behind you is an espresso, a Nespresso. Let's see. Look on my Amazon real quick, because I know a lot of y'all got questions. They're always hit me up in the DMs. What is this? What is that? It's an Espresso Essenza Mini Coffee Espresso Machine. Runs about, let's see, $170, but I got mine for $75, so do with that what you will. So, Microsoft actually doing very well. #1 games publisher in the world last month. Nearly $500 million was spent on Xbox games across Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox in December. So, Microsoft's rolling that dough. They rolling in that bank. $465 million was spent on Microsoft games over December. That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's successful. I need to actually, switch my topic, because that's not Microsoft mediocrity. That's Microsoft money, and I'll switch that later. So, according to data firm Ampere, and that includes sales of that's why Call of Duty. That makes sense now. Black Ops 6 was one of the biggest games over the holiday period. It also includes releases of, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, which also launched in December. But it was Call of Duty that's delivering the major success, which Black Ops 6 has attracted 38 million monthly users. Microsoft has been putting forth their multi-platform strategy, and 64% of the Microsoft spending on titles. I got it. It all makes sense now. It makes sense. So, Alexa, what is 64% of 465 million?
64% of 465 million is 297.6 million.
297.6 million, right? Holy crap. So yes, on paper, no, Microsoft mediocrity war main. On paper, 465 million. Sounds amazing, right? But then you realize that 64% of that, 297.6 million was on the PlayStation. What? Huh? Over half of your last month's earnings were from your competition's console. That's crazy. That's absolutely nutty. Crazier thing. I would bet. Okay, let's go back to Professor Bond, right? Let's make some raw calculations here. So 64% is the PS5 or PlayStation 4, however you want to name it. 36% is remaining. Now, I'm willing to bet any amount of money that more people are spending money on the PC than the Xbox. And potentially, maybe not the Switch. Oh, we're back, right? Nah, my bad. I have my page up and page down. Are we back? Y'all see me? I have my page up, page down binded for like start and stop stream. And I'm, page up, page downing, and I accidentally hit it. Forgot that messes up my stream. That was my fault. My bad. Still getting used to this whole streaming thing. And I killed half my viewers, so everybody come back. What does the FC and EA Sports FC is a football game? Okay, what does FC stand for? Nobody knows. Football club, okay. Makes sense. Stupid football. Ampere data also revealed that 30 million hours were spent playing Fortnite, Jesus, on Christmas Day, which meant the average Fortnite gamer spent 2.3 hours on the game that day. 20 million hours were also spent on Call of Duty on Christmas. There were 4 key Chinese published games that drove numbers last month, including Marvel Rivals, NetEase, I love that game, Path of Exile 2, Tencent, Infinity. I've never heard of Infinity, Nikki. Well, what the hell is Infinity, Nikki? Oh, God. Don't Google Infinity, Nikki. Jesus Christ, don't ever donate for me to play that game either. The growing global scale of major Chinese publishers adds a new dynamic to the console and PC gaming markets and inevitably means added competition. So this is what I was talking about when Wukong came out. Wukong came out, sold 20 million, and I'm like very happy about that because I want to see another gaming market. I would love to see China and Korea get involved in this. I mean, it's kind of weird to me that like an anime like Solo Leveling is from a manhwa, which is... Wait, no. Manhwa is Chinese. What are Korean mangas called? No, Korean mangas are manhwa. What are Chinese mangas called? Manhwa and manhwa. Jesus Christ. I get they're all the same. I mean, Jesus. Anyway. Manhwa, HWA for Korean, and manhwa, HUA for Chinese. Bottom line is this. Korea doesn't back anime, to my knowledge, so, Japan takes a manhwa, and they make an anime in Solo Leveling, so we'll see how that goes, but I would really like more Asian companies, China, Korea, that are technologically advanced to start making these kind of games. I think that would make it very much better. We need more games, we need more competition, we need more diversity. I know y'all love that word. But nothing is wrong with diversity as long as it's not forced diversity. That's how I feel about it. So, props to Microsoft. They're doing good. They're selling games, but unfortunately, 80% of what they're making is not coming from them. And another reason it's going to get even worse for them, or better for them, depending on how you want to look at it, is Xbox boss says that he loves the Switch. He looks forward to the Switch 2. That Switch 2 will be getting Xbox games. So Microsoft CEO Phil Spencer, which is, you know what's crazy? How long has Phil Spencer been CEO? Phil Spencer has now been 11 years. Jesus. That might be the longest reigning CEO of any gaming division in history. Let's see. How long was Iwata CEO? Iwata was at 13 years. Yamaguchi. See, he was. Never mind. Ain't nobody touching Yamaguchi. Ain't not no way. They said this man was a leader for 53 years? Yes, I do want to get Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, nobody's touching Yamauchi. That ain't happening, dog. Not happening. Absolutely not. 53 years. That's crazy. Well, he definitely did look like Yakuza when he said, what did we say to Square Enix? He's going to drop like 1,000 suns on them, which is wild to say to a Japanese person. Like, how are you going to be Japanese and say, like, you're going to drop, like, 1,000 suns? What do you say? He said something about 1,000 suns. I can't find it. Anyway, bottom line is this. Switch 2 is going to be getting Xbox games. Believe that. A lot of Xbox's games aren't really even demanding outside of the flight simulator, and even that's on the cloud right now. So Microsoft's already publishing Minecraft. They got the Ori on the Switch. Pentiment Grounded's already on the Switch. I guarantee you, Call of Duty is going to be on the new Switch. Microsoft-owned Activision Blizzard games like Tony Hawk, Diablo 3, Overwatch 2, those games are going to be on the Switch, if not already. I expect, especially if Call of Duty ends up on the Switch 2, which I see no reason why it wouldn't, that 90% plus of Microsoft's video game business will be from places not named Xbox. Switch 2, PC, PS5, mobile, and then Xbox. Xbox it's going to be nothing. They are a third-party developer that probably is only still making hardware because they have contracts to make hardware. They've probably got contracts with AMD or whoever is stating that they have to make hardware. I don't see any other reason why they're making hardware. They've been trying to get into the cloud. They've been trying to do everything possible to get out of hardware. You want an Xbox? The PlayStation 5 is a better Xbox. You want a portable Xbox? Well, the Switch 2 is a better portable Xbox. You want a souped up high-end Series X high definition, super Xbox. Well, the PC is a better Xbox. It doesn't matter what kind of Xbox you want, what kind of Xbox you want to fit your needs. Everything Xbox is better on other things than the actual Xbox. That sounds crazy, but it is. You want the best console Xbox experience? Get a PS5. You want the best high-end Xbox experience? Buy a PC. You want the best portable Xbox experience? Buy a Switch. You want the Xbox, you want the best Xbox experience? Don't buy an Xbox. How crazy is that to say? If you want the best Xbox experience, don't buy an Xbox. That is wild. That's actually crazy to say, crazy to think. Like, that's just wild. Polygon had a very good article I want to bring up, I want to talk about. Let me bring that up. More stories. I mean, like, look, there's no reason to own an Xbox. And the way that Sony is going with their, they're releasing Spider-Man. Like, look, I'll be 100% honest, right? I've got Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, The Last of Us Part 2, God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2. All of those games are on PC. And had I known that, I would have just played them a year later. I've got so many games to play right now. I've got so many RPGs to catch up on right now. I literally just finally finished Rebirth a couple months ago. PlayStation 6, even at this rate of games coming a year later, there's no reason for me to own it. I mean, if Smooth, you gonna buy it, then yes, I'll get it, but still. It just seems wild. There really is, moving forward at this current trajectory, there's no reason for me to own an Xbox. It's looking like there's no reason for me to own a PlayStation. It's going to be Switch 2 and PC. And, I used to not think that way because a lot of JRPGs, a lot of fighting games, a lot of Japanese games didn't even come to the PC. But now all the Japanese games come to the PC. The Tekkens, the Final Fantasies, the Legend of Heroes, the Metaphors, the Dragon Quest. What doesn't come to PC now? Just is what it is. It's good by Mr. Bayaram Plays. Yeah, what's good? Backlog Hog. Yeah, I do one game at a time. Unicorn Overlord. That's my shit right now. It's like an Ogre Battle spiritual successor, and I freaking love that game. I can't wait to play it. Bond, did you smash some baddies in Vegas? I would really love to show you some girls in Vegas, but I know how some of y'all are. I know. You will find the girl. You will figure out her Instagram. Y'all just be doing some stupid stuff. Y'all be doing some nut-ass shit, so nope. Naughty DJ Aftershock. Speak of PC, have you your upgrades to your rig as of recently? No, I have not upgraded my rig recently. In actuality, I can show you what I have right now, to be honest, because that's a good question. Let me bring up, I don't even know if my part picker is up to date, but it's not too up to date, but my CPU is an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X. My CPU cooler is an Noctua NH U9S, low profile. I'm still running an MSI B30M Mortar Micro ATX AM4 board. How old is this board right now? This board came out in 2017. It is 8 years old and still going. I got that Team Group T-Force Dark Pro, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Still got my old hard drive, 3.5. Hitachi, 1 terabyte. I got a Samsung Evo 850, 1 terabyte. I got a 970 Evo, 2 terabyte. NVMe. I'm running a 3080 RTX by RIP EVGA. I got the Corsair Crystal, 280X, RGB Micro ATX Mid Tower. I'm running an EVGA 850, B5 850W 80 plus bronze certified. I got the LG 29UM 59-P 29-inch ultra wide at the top, 1080p, running a Corsair K110 or K100, that V2 Pro. I mean, all my stuff is in my links. It's right on my channel. You can check it out. I do got to update it, so I'll definitely get onto that. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So gaming industry, some of the changes. This article on Polygon, I really like it. 2025 will be a stomach-churning turning point for video games. These 6 moments will shape video game culture in 2025. It's not often that Polygon gets it right, but right now I definitely think they're getting it right now. So we'll see what's going on. So, you know, we got tons of things, you know, let's see, THQ filed for bankruptcy. No, that's 2012. Anyway, we're gonna skip. All right. The future of one of the biggest game publishers and its 19,000 employees. Jesus. So Ubisoft has 19,000 employees, and I think a lot is riding on this new Assassin's Creed game. A lot. So this game's been delayed for a while. It's been pushed back for a while. It's got a lot of positive feedback. It's got a lot of negative feedback. The whole Yasuke thing, or Yasuke, or however you want to pronounce it. So, yeah. 19,000 jobs. A lot are going to be on the line because this game flops. I could definitely see a lot of firings, a lot of downsizings. I could definitely see studios within it or people being acquired or hell, even somebody buying Ubisoft. A lot of big things can happen right there. I mean, you know, you got companies like Tencent waiting in the wings, so we'll see. Floundering with console gamers. Xbox will turn to the flourishing handheld market. Now, I don't know about flourishing, but you know, Phil Spencer's, he's talking about he wants the Lenovo Legion Go to feel like an Xbox. He wants, you know, it to be like the Valve Steam Deck, and he's known for, you know, having hundreds of hours in Destiny 2. He wants to appeal to real gamers. He wants to appeal to gamers on the go. You know, the Legion was revealed and unveiled at the CES 2025, and Spencer loves it as a beloved handheld. I mean, he likes the Legion. He likes the Switch too. So, you know, will Microsoft actually create their own portable or even their own portable OS? See, that's the problem right now. If you make your own portable OS, it's going to fail. It's going to be another bloated portable OS. If you want to make a Windows handheld, it's probably going to fail because everybody's trying to get up on Steam, and, you know, Linux is doing some wild shit right now. I would have to read further in to get a better grasp to speak of it to you, but yeah, Linux is doing some crazy stuff. SteamOS is doing some crazy stuff, doing some low-profile operating systems that'll definitely help portable gaming be better. So I don't think this is a region Microsoft will be able to get into or break into unless they're going to make their own hardware and put the Steam OS on it. One thing I've learned is that you cannot compete with Valve in the Steam or in the PC space, just like you cannot compete with Nintendo in the handheld space. It's just not going to happen. Period. So, you know, will Microsoft compete with their own portable OS? But, you know, if they're not, are they going to use the Linux-based Steam OS? I'm getting Bucket, $5. Appreciate that. How fast does Ubisoft shut down after Shadows? I don't think they're going to shut down, but, you know, their futures really hang in the balance in that game. Rockstar's parent company will show us what it does and what will and what won't work in AAA gaming. And this is what I've been talking about for a while. GTA 6 is not going to be $70 retail. It's going to be $80 retail base game. I believe I have a bet with Smooth and BG on this. It will not be $69.99 base game. It will be $79.99 base game, not including special editions, collector's editions, enhanced editions. It's going to be an $80 game. We are going back to the N64, Super Nintendo, Genesis cart days. They are going to push the envelope, and other companies are going to try to follow suit. So Rockstar's parent company will show us what does, what will and will not work. And I'm sorry, I hate to say it, this game was $100. People would go out and buy it, but I don't think they're going to be that greedy. But they are going to make $80 a standard for high-end games. But it's not just about price. We're talking about what will and what won't work in AAA spaces in regards to how far they're going to be able to push the envelope in GTA 6. Look, it's 2025. We know how sensitive people can be. We know you can't say certain things or do certain things or talk to people a certain way or do certain things to certain people. And I'm not so sure the old GTA could be made today, but we're about to see, because if Rockstar can do it, Rockstar can do it. If Rockstar is going to curl the coattails and rein it back a little bit, then you got to be worried, because if Rockstar can't do it, ain't nobody can do it. So I'm very interested to see how Rockstar goes about this and how they decide where they're going to push pricing and they're going to push the limits of this game. You know, it kind of sucks because during the vast majority of development of this game, we had a left-leaning society, but, you know, now with the new president, it's more right-leaning, and people are getting away with all this, you know, DEI and inclusivity and all this other stuff. They're, you know, just doing their own thing. But like I said, these companies don't care about you. They don't. They go where the money is. They go where the popular opinion is. They go in favor of what everybody's saying. So if the country goes left, game development goes left. If the country goes right, game development goes right. If, I don't know, if a new party came, it was up, down, or northwest, or northeast, or south, or center, game companies will do that. Businesses are in the business of making money. And I'm sorry, but all these businesses are going to pander one way or another, because that's what companies do. So will Rockstar pander, or will they be the old Rockstar? Will they continue to do what they do? It's yet to be seen, so hopefully they do what they want to do. Now, indie survival in a busy year of AAA. I don't understand this point right here, because I think indie games will always survive. There will always be room for indie games. I think in the grand scheme of things, if gaming were to crash, I think indie games would survive more than AAA games, because indie games don't require 3 to 5 years time and 3 to 5 years investment to make. You can make an indie game in a year. You can make an indie game in 6 months. You can make a product and send it out. So I don't know why they're talking about the survival of indie games, because the survival of indie games is completely apparent and nothing is going to go wrong with them. Microsoft's big Game Pass bet will be tested with its first significant year of releases from its own acquisitions. Look, my point is this, and my point is simple. Game Pass is not really doing what it wants to be doing. They're making 80% of their spending not on Microsoft platforms. So less than 20% of Microsoft's video game earnings come from Game Pass. And I say that because 100% of Microsoft's 20% cannot be from Game Pass. It just cannot. So, this is a service which I'm not going to crap on. It does have its uses, so it's good in that nature. I mean, you're going to get good games. Unfortunately, they're not exclusive, but you're going to get good games. You're going to get them day one. You're going to get them just for subscribing. But it does eat into sales. It does lower sales of your games, like it's been noted. And unfortunately, when people are going to go ahead and buy Call of Duty at full price on the competing systems and the competing platforms, where your own core customer base, which is smaller and way more insignificant, will get it for pennies on the dollar, then you kind of got to wonder. So, I don't know. Is Game Pass a success? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it depends on what metric you're using. But again, if your total metric of money earning and revenue is less than 20%, then I gotta say no. That, and you gotta figure, like, there's never anything saying that Game Pass is a success. Game Pass did this. Game Pass has grown this much. Game Pass has done this. They don't ever talk about Game Pass. They don't talk about Game Pass because Game Pass really isn't doing anything. They probably would be making more money if Game Pass didn't exist and they were just selling Call of Duty outright for $70 a pop, forced on the Xbox platform. That's just my opinion. Straight up. Now, lastly, we got the Switch 2. It's coming. Duh, Polygon, the Switch 2 is coming. They have nothing else to say. Look, to me, everybody, I'm about to end the stream in like the next 7 minutes. But to me, the Switch 2 is going to be phenomenal. It's the most hyped I've ever been for a Nintendo console since the Super Nintendo and the N64. I think it's going to change the industry. I think it's going to revitalize the industry. I think it's going to bring Japan more into the AAA gaming space. I think it's going to give Japanese AAA games, which are suffering on the PlayStation 5, i.e. Final Fantasy, I think it's going to give them a much larger audience for those games to sell. I just think that, we need some good peripherals for the Switch. I believe we need some good controllers for the Switch. I'm hoping all my 8-bit controllers are still compatible on the Switch 2. I have nothing but the highest hope for this console, this portable, this hybrid, whatever you want to call it, in the post-That Man era. We got a new guy. He's got a full head of hair. I mean, this is a day one buy. Day one. I mean, I can't fathom that they would make a machine that wouldn't be able to play the majority of Japanese AAA games. I mean, obviously it might not play the majority of, AAA Western games, but, Nintendo's a Japanese company first. They're going to take care of their own first. They got that Japanese pride. Not mad about that. I like that. So I've got really high hopes for the Switch 2. I mean, I like playing the Switch 2 a lot. I mean, after a long day's work or whatever, I'll just crawl into bed. I'll just turn on, lay in bed, and just play that damn thing on the TV, of course. But it's just got a lot of games I like and a lot of good JRPGs and a lot of RPGs. And, I'm very much looking for a lot of these games that are kind of like up-res handheld DS games to actually come into their own as full-fledged console games on this system. It's got a nice screen size, but the one thing I wish it did have is, me and Blacktooth were talking about this. I want a Joy-Con on the right-hand side to be elevated like this. And look, I get it. They want it down here. So, if you tilt it to the side, you get an extra controller. But, like, I don't want to be crushing my right thumb and, like, getting tendonitis because my right thumb is damaged. That's another story for another day with some German dude put me in a wrist lock when I was in camp in 9th grade. But bond tales for another day. But again, time to get a new sweater. This thing is stretched out, making me look fat. God damn. Anyway, yeah, high hopes for the Switch. Definitely want to see the Switch succeed. Definitely a day one buy. Smooth. If you want to make any bets so we can get this going on, I'd be happy to. I'm always down to make some money. So Dragon Quest 12 will definitely be on the Switch 2. Hopefully a lead platform. I don't think Dragon Quest 12 will be on the old Switch because I think they'll want that on the new one for everybody to go out and buy it. So people are talking about Dino Crisis 1 and 2 are on GOG. Damn, $17. I'm going to read through some comments real quick. I mean, maybe I'll come back on my next video real quick because I am about to go out to dinner real quick and I do not want to make the lady wait. So, probably going to cut the stream short. I mean, I do kind of only want to be here for an hour. I think an hour is the sweet spot. If I stream on a weekend, I could definitely give you 2 hours. If major gaming news, I could probably push it to 3 hours, but that might be even pushing it. But generally and consistently, I want to give out nice 1 hour streams, everybody. I once again appreciate y'all for coming out. Please hit that like button. Please retweet it. Y'all are pushing me to get this content out here. Y'all are saying I can do it on my own. Y'all want to see me come out with more content. So best way to get my content out there, best way to motivate me to keep putting out content out there, best way for me to put out content for you guys to watch and for you guys to enjoy, and for you guys to like, best way for me to read your comments, because I do love your feedback. When the video ends, please post whatever you want. I will read it next stream. I know I'm a little rushed, but didn't get to do it this time. But yes, that like button, the retweet button, you know, favorite, all that stuff is very good. Big after the Super Bowl, we are going to be going full-fledged in things. We got lots of things in the work. We're going to be doing a whole nice little channel revamp. We're going to be doing a lot of things, call-ins, guests, collaborations, everything. I just need to concentrate on my Eagles right now. My Eagles right now. Everything in life is on the Eagles right now. Once the Eagles is over, we're going to be at it. But you know what? My mind, my head, just, we concentrate on Saquon, Jalen, and them boys right now. So I'll catch you guys next time. I always appreciate you guys coming through. I always value the community. I always value the viewers. I don't bullshit you. I don't lie to you. I don't skirt from you. I don't lead you on. I don't disrespect you, because I value you. So I will catch you guys next time. Not Friday. Maybe Saturday late afternoon. Sunday, you know, we don't have any football games on Sunday, so maybe that too. So look for something Saturday or Sunday, but in the meantime, look for some videos dropping during the week. I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy it, and once again, always appreciate you guys coming out. And